Good morning, crime community. I'm here to continue to read Percy Bysshe Shelley. I'm just going to read one poem today because I got a lot to do and I got a lot on my mind. But we're just going to take a break and read about the pine forest. The pine forest of Cassine near Pisa. This is the first draft of To Jane, the Invitation. The Recollection was published by Mrs. Mary Shelley, Posthumous Poems, 1824, and reprinted Political Works, 1839, first edition. The pine forest of Cassine near Pisa. Dearest, best, and brightest, come away to the woods and to the fields, dearer than this fairest day, which, like thee, to those in sorrow, come to bid a sweet good morrow. To the rough year just awake, in its cradle in the brake, the eldest of the hours of spring, into the winter wandering. Look upon the leafless wood, and the banks all bare and rude, found it seems like halcyon morn, in February's bosom born, bending from heaven in azure mirth, kissed the cold forehead of the earth, and smiled upon the silent sea, and bade the frozen streams be free, and waked to music all the fountains, and breathed upon the rigid mountains, and made the wintry world appear like one on whom thou smilest, dear, radiant sister of the day. Awake, arise, and come away to the wild woods and the plains, to the pools where winter reigns. Imagine all the roofs of leaves where the pine its garland weaves, sapless, gray, and ivory dun, round stems that never kiss the sun. To the sand hills of the sea, whereas the earliest violets be. Now the last days of many days, all beautiful and bright as thou, the loveliest and last is dead. Rise, memory, and write its praise, and do thy wont work and trace the epitaph of glory fled. For now the earth has changed its face, a frown is on the heaven's brow. He wandered on the pine forest that skirts the ocean's foam, and lightest wind was in its nest, the tempest in its home. The whispering waves were half asleep, the clouds were gone to play, and on the woods and on the deep the smile of heaven lay. It seemed as if the day were one, sent from beyond the skies, which shed to earth above the sun a light of paradise. We paused amid the pines that stood, the giants of the waste, tortured by storms to shape as rude, with stems like serpents interlaced. How calm it was, the silence there, by such a chain was bound, and even the busy woodpecker made stiller by her sound. The inviolable quietness, the breath of peace we do, with its soft motion made not less, the calm that ground us grew. It seemed that from the remotest seat of the white mountain's waste to the bright flowers beneath our feet, a magic circle traced. The spirit interfused around a thinking, silent life. The memory of peace it bound, our mortal nature's strife. And still it seemed the center of the magic circle there was one whose being filled with love, the breathless atmosphere, were now the crocuses that grew under the ixlic tree, as beautiful in scent and hue as ever fed the bee. We stood beneath the pools that lie under the forest brow, and each seemed like a sky gulfed in the world below, a purple firmament of light, while in the dark earth lay, more boundless than the depth of night and clearer than the day, in which the massy forest grew, and in the upper air, near perfect both in shape and hue, than any waving there, like one beloved the scene had lent, in the dark water's breast, in every leaf and lineament, with the clear truth expressed. There lay far glades and neighboring lawn, and through the dark green crowd, the white sun twinkling like the dawn under a speckled cloud. Sweet views which in our world above can never well be seen were imagined by the water's love of that forest green, and all was interfused beneath with an Elysian air, an atmosphere without a breath, a silence sleeping there, until a wandering wind crept by like an unwelcome thought, which from my mind's eye to faithful eye blots thy blight image out, For thou art good and dear and kind and forest evergreen, but peace is less than Shelley's mind, than calm in waters seen. We will leave another poet for tomorrow that has to continue with Jane and her guitar. But for right now, we have too much going on in 2026. Again, we pray for peace and joy and harmony, and God bless all the children and the mothers of the world.